What is up, dudes and dudettes? It is Mike. Um, this evening, the what is it, 6th, 7th of September now. Um, we're going to be having a little bit of fun with a bit of a discussion on a variation of topics. Anywhere from my personal life to mental disorders, bipolar, schizophrenia, depression, anxiety, PTSD, things of that nature. Okay? To politics. First of all, let me start with saying Hillary, you suck. You suck big black dick. Trump, you suck just as bad. You should not be running. You're a billionaire. Anyway, so, with that being said, let me just start off by saying I'm thanking everybody who's watching this for doing just that. Watching this long ass drawn out video. I know you guys don't want to hear me ramble on about all sorts of dumb shit, but honestly, I feel it needs to be out there and it needs to be put in its proper place, which is anywhere, anywhere and everywhere I can put it. Now, earlier this evening, I watched a video from a friend of my girlfriend, Christina's, and his video was called Being Depressed. I won't throw down names except for my girlfriend's because she don't personally care, but otherwise I won't throw down any names just because it's not my place. Um, but he was basically discussing how he was depressed. He's been depressed now for over 10 years. And this guy is 24, fixing to be 25, I think, sometime later, either this year or sometime next year. But I can honestly say I feel bad for this kid because I knew him many years ago, and to me, he seemed like a really nice guy. Whenever I needed a cigarette, he had it. If he ever had an extra soda on him, he'd help me out with a little bit of caffeine if I needed to. Now, mind you, him, along with many others, have seen me at my worst. Now, I was never diagnosed with anything except high blood pressure. But I have spoken to quite a few people who personally think, because of what I've been dealing with recently, that I may be suffering from post traumatic stress disorder. In other words, PTSD. Now, if that was the case, on a mere technicality, I should not be working. Instead, I should be going to doctor's appointments, getting treatment, fucking doing all sorts of shit. But I'm not, because I refuse to. I also refuse to be put on any form of psych medication because to me, pills kill people. You know, if you've ever heard or ever seen the picture, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Well, it's the same way with pills. These pharmaceutical companies, yes, they create the pill. They're the ones who put the chemicals into them to either stimulate, make it an antidepressant, antipsychotic, Parkinson's, schizophrenia medication, or anything of the sort. Now, when I was about 14, 15 years old, I was drinking very heavily because of family problems. Family issues I was having at home, um, relationships from school, you know, all sorts of different reasons. Did I like any of the reasons I came up with? Not one bit. Not one fucking bit. And it was not only starting to tear me apart from the inside out, it was tearing apart my family, my friends, because everybody was starting to notice. And everybody was starting to see the changes I was going through. And they were like, holy shit, we didn't want this. This is not what we expected to happen. And so it did. Well, basic gist of what I'm going to say tonight is if you suffer from a mental illness or disability, please know and understand you are not alone. You are not. There are millions around the world who have the same exact thing, who've been through the same shit. Um, because it's like, and I refer to him a lot. His name is Ivan Moody. He is the lead singer of a big time band who's homegrown right here in Vegas. His band is called Five Finger Death Punch. And I reference this a lot because it's the truth. And it's absolutely correct in every way, shape, and form. He said, in the end, we're all just chalk lines on the concrete, drawn only to be washed away. And for the time that I've been given, I am what I am. And those words struck. They struck a heartstring I never thought they would. But they did. And it's pretty miraculous how words from a song that you only heard once or twice maybe on the radio. But it's weird how they can strike so hard and give you so much truth that it's unbelievable. It truly is. Now, as far as things of the nature to my beautiful girlfriend Christina, I'll throw down just a small bit. Okay, she was diagnosed with bipolar, depression, anxiety, PTSD, um, and a few other things that of which I cannot name because I'm not at liberty to say. Not sure. I should have even mentioned what I did, but something tells me she probably wouldn't care much. Not saying that she does or doesn't, so I'm not even going to say that, I'm sure. But anyway, long story short, man, I just want everybody to know who's got a mental disability or a mental illness. You are not alone. You are not by yourself in the struggle. There are millions around the world who have the same thing, suffer from the same thing, and I just want you to know you are not alone. Billions of others suffer from the same thing, and they go through the same thing every day. And I can keyword, almost, certainly say that I may end up being one of them. Because if I do have PTSD, that technically is considered a mental illness. So, but I've never been diagnosed with bipolar, never been diagnosed with depression, um, never been clinically diagnosed with fucking anxiety, even though I'm pretty sure I have it. Um, but the basic gist of this is, man, I fail to understand how it is people can bully people with mental illnesses. I fail to understand why people hurt themselves because of things that another person says. And what hurt me the most was earlier when I watched this video from this gay man who's 24 who used to be a friend of mine but is now more a friend of my girlfriend's. And like I said before, I had known him for several years and I never once knew that he was depressed, never knew he was diagnosed with bipolar or nothing. And I'm just now finding this out after several years. But you know what? I've got to congratulate him because you know what? He's still He's still being the best man he can, still doing things right, and honestly, I've got no qualms with him. I have nothing against this young man. I honestly hope that he gets to be in a happy place in the course of his lifetime. Um, because I know most days I'm not because of what I went through, and I do admit I've got a lot of anger issues. It all happened throughout the entire course of my life. It got worse after my grandfather passed away, and it just went off the deep end when my grandmother disappeared over 3 years ago. And it added insult to injury when I got out of a very abusive relationship with my ex girlfriend Amber. Now, most women sit here and say, "Oh, I've been abused by men. I've been beaten, broken, and scarred by men." Well, guess what, ladies? I hate to bust your bubble, but it doesn't just happen to you. It happens to guys too. It happens to guys from women. Women feel the need to manipulate, control, have access to every fucking thing they can, and it's not right. Now, call me a misogynist all you want. I don't fucking care because I'm not. I don't hate women, but I despise the things you do to men. Whether it's from cheating on them, attacking them, talking shit about them, disrespecting your relationship, or anything of the fucking nature, dude. I despise it. I fucking hate it. But what the hell am I going to do? I'm just one guy sitting on my front patio at home at what, like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm having to come out and say this now. I despise what women do. Doesn't mean I despise them as a whole, just can't stand what y'all do. Now, there's not really much else I can say. I don't want to throw too much else out there, but I will say this. If I do end up coming down, or if I do end up having PTSD, sure as hell, I will never let anybody know. Because honestly, I'm going to fucking hate the fact. I'm going to hate it so much that I want it covered up and just slid under the fucking rug. That's all I can honestly say. But like I said before, that's about all I can say. Anyway, I'm going to head inside and enjoy my dinner, my late night dinner. Um, Guys, be cool, be safe, God bless, and I'll be seeing y'all again really soon. Alright? Night.